Hi, I'm Tom Miller and welcome to the Asshole Chef. And today we're making a holiday tradition, Swedish meatballs. Step 1, finely chopped onions. Saute in pan with butter till translucent. What the fuck is so difficult about that? 3 kinds of meat make up our Swedish balls: pork, ground beef, and the young, tender, innocent veal. Now remember, you Americans who like to fancy things up, we're doing a very simple, traditional Swedish dish. So make sure you use traditional ingredients, and always remember, cook your balls in a traditional iron skillet. Plugra, European-style butter preferred by leading chefs. Take a shit ton of Plugra, put it into your cast iron traditional pot. If you can get the fucking wrapper off. That was frustrating. Then, add onions. Saute until translucent. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Next, a half a cup of your favorite breadcrumbs combined with 1.5 cups of whole milk. Whole milk. 1.5 cups. Let it sit and soak. Okay, to the meat mixture, add 1 egg. The breadcrumbs and milk, add to the meat. Breadcrumbs and milk, add to the meat. 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Kosher salt. 1/8 of a teaspoon. Then 1/8 of a teaspoon of allspice. All of the spices in one little bottle? That's impossible! 1/8 of a teaspoon of allspice. Then, next, white pepper. To taste. A little more. Maybe that much. Put that much in. Don't worry about it. Don't follow a recipe too much because you will fuck it up. Just use your guts and your heart. And use your Swedish cojones if you're going to make Swedish meatballs. Mix your meat and mixture with your hands. Nice and gentle and easy. Mix it all good and Swedish-like, you know. Put your Swedish in there. Stick your Swedish fist in there and fuck with it until it's done. Add onions. Beautiful onions and butter into the meat mixture. Add onions. Don't overmix it or undermix it. You want to mix this perfectly. Take your meat mixture, put it into the refrigerator so that it firms up a little bit because you do not want to get flat balls when they're cooking. Nobody likes flat balls. Alright, it's been some time now, about an hour, and our meat has chilled in the refrigerator. I'm wearing sunglasses for no particular reason whatsoever. Let's get our meat out of the fridge. Oh, that looks fantastic. And here's the deal. When we're making meatballs that are Swedish, you want to make sure to make them much smaller than we traditionally do in the United States of America. Truly, Swedish meatballs are smaller, but we're gonna, they're smaller, about just 2 cents. Roll with it, smaller, it can fit in your mouth, and that's how we're gonna roll our meatballs. How to make a meatball. Grab some meat, roll it in your hands, form it into a ball. Meatball. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. It's magic ball time. All right, all right, all right. Balls. That is our cast iron skillet, up to medium. Take a shit ton of European unsalted butter that's not hot enough and cut. Shit ton of Irish butter into a hot pan. Keep it moving. We want it nice and sizzling. Then, one by one, put your balls into the pan. Don't fill it up too much. Just keep it going like that. Nice. Ball, 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 ball. We'll do 2 or 3 batches of these, and these balls will release their delicious juices, which will eventually be part of the gravy. Meanwhile, let those go. Next move, fingerling potatoes that have been peeled into cold water, cold water, cold water, cold water. Add salt, a little bit of salt, not a lot. Potatoes eat salt for breakfast. Then turn the heat on, boil them till they are fork tender. Fork tender. Boil fingerling potatoes, balls, cooking, cast iron pot. Alright. Keep them moving around, keep them flipping. As you can see, they're starting to get brown and delicious. Oh, and the smells are like loading up into the kitchen. I smell Swedish balls in here. Alright, so our last batch of meatball, fingerling potatoes. When the fork goes all the way in easily, they're done. These are done. Drain them, and then we'll get to work on the meatball gravy. Here's the gravy. Take some flour. Tablespoonful of flour. Lightly get it in there. You want to just kind of make a little roux out of it. Just get it in that butter. Don't let it lump up. Make a roux. Don't let it lump up. Don't let it lump up. It's getting in there, scraping off the bottom bits. Oh, I lumped up there. Cream. 2/3 of a cup of cream. Cream, cream, cream. Stirring, keeping it moving. Cream, cream. Oh yeah, you don't want this to break down. Simmer, reduce to simmer, and let that sit there for a few minutes. Let's not make it simmer. Let's make medium heat. Anyway, let that reduce there until it gets nice and thick, and that's your gravy. It's just that simple. A dash of pepper. That white pepper that we did. A dash, and a dash of salt. Not a lot, just a dash. All right. Let that reduce, and that's going to be our gravy. Taste. Always taste. Why wouldn't you taste something? If you don't taste it, it might taste like shit, and then you've served it to your guests. And then whose fault is it? Yours. Always taste. See, I needed more salt. Nobody told me. How did I know? I tasted. All right, it's beginning to thicken up. A nice gravy like this should probably stick to the back of a spoon. See, this is the test. See that? Stick to the back of a spoon. Taste, taste, always taste. Needs more salt. How did I know? I tasted. Let's plate this motherfucker up and eat some Swedish balls. Here's the deal. Take some of the sauce on your plate. Like so, on your plate. Like so. Put meatballs on plate. Meatballs, meatballs, meatballs. Then some potatoes. Ow, it's hot! Ow, it's hot! Next, add sauce onto the top of the meatballs. Sauce on the meatballs. Sauce on the meatballs. On the meatballs. Sauce on the meatballs. 2 bits. Then wipe off anything that looks like, you know, you didn't intend to put it there. That's a very chefy thing to do. Very chefy. If you want to look like a professional, you do that. Very chefy. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Then, next, change cameras so that the color is better and the image looks beautiful for your dining guests. Then, take what we call, what's it called? Lingonberry? Lingonberry? Is it lingonberry? 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 I don't have any lingonberry sauce. That's traditional, by the way, lingonberry. I only have cranberry sauce. So I'm going to use cranberry sauce because it's a close second, and if you don't like it, fuck you! Take your lingonberry sauce, add that to the side of the dish like so, and then, what was that noise? Was that good? Was it good? Are we still shooting? Then, finally, to conduct the conclusion of your business, would a piece of parsley kill you? Where should I put it? Oh, look at that. That's brilliant. Oh my God, that's fantastic. What a brilliant idea. Hey! Swedish meatballs with fingerling potatoes, gravy, and lingonberry sauce. So we plated that for one fancy person in some rich, fancy Swedish restaurant. The other way to go is family style. Stick your balls and potatoes in a big dish like this, and then drizzle some sauce over a few of the potatoes, nicely placed potatoes. See, little of that, like that, like that. Make sure you put one in the thing there to burn, and then drizzle the sauce right over the top of that baby, like so. Okay, yeah. Just be sloppy with it. It's rustic. This is family style, and you can serve it like that. And then, of course, never forget, would a piece of parsley kill you? Garnish. Fresh parsley. Always garnish. Garnish. Make it look beautiful. You know? There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Family style, Swedish meatballs, fingerling potatoes, lingonberry sauce. Hey, Sweden! I just put your balls in my mouth!